Okay, look at that old man. Today is Monday, December 12th. It's cold outside. It's probably 50, no 50, geez, don't I wish. It's 22 degrees. And we got some snow yesterday. Now mind you, we have a 15-year-old boy sleeping in the next room. But the 67-year-old man is outside shoveling the snow. He thinks he's young. Jim gets me so upset. He's 67 years old and he's outside doing the snow. He has a 15-year-old grandson who's sleeping in the other room. Now granted, it is early. It's not even 9 o'clock. But wait, there's no big hurry. You got to have that snow done right now, right this minute. He doesn't like to admit he's getting old. I worry about him. He's overweight. He's old. He has high blood pressure. And no matter what I do, no matter what I say, he's out there. He says he has a snow blower, and so it's not as much work. I've worked the snow blower. It's work. Please say a prayer that he'll get some sense about himself and realize that people like him die of heart attacks. We've been together a long time, but that man is just exasperating. We've been together, it'll be 50 years on January 18th. Can you imagine being with one person 50 years? We met on January 18th, 1967. I was skipping class. He was a hall monitor. He grabbed hold of me and told me that he had to take me to the principal's office. And as we were walking, a principal walked by and went to another corridor, and I yelled out, "Don't you ever touch me there again." And then the principal, or whoever the guy, no, it wasn't the principal, it was a hall guy, teacher. He came and took Jim to his counselor. Oh well. I don't know if I ever told you the story about meeting Jim. He was, well, that's when I met him. And then I was skipping class with my girlfriend, Sue, and he started going out with Sue, and I told this story. And I was in love with Chuck Cybeck, who didn't know that I even existed. And I kept telling Sue, you know, like Jim was such a loser, and she says, "Well, you're the loser, you don't have a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah." You know how girls are, they're so mean. And I said, well, if I really wanted, I could get him. And I stole his coat and just tormented him, and he took me out. We went to the show, we saw a double feature. I remember it, Murderer's Row and Assault on a Queen. Dean Martin, and who's the other guy? Oh, Frank Sinatra. That shows you how old I am. They were making movies. And then we had to take the bus. You know, that was just so beneath me at that time. And then the second date we went, because then she said, well, just because you went on one date, you got to go on a second date. And the second date we went to a basketball game, and I asked him for a Coke, and he told me where the Coke stand was and go buy my own. But then by the third date, he kind of grew on me. And now, almost 50 years later, we're still together. And he's still exasperating me. He's out there with the snow. I don't know what else to do with that man. Well, I was going to film my table to show you how pretty it was before, and then people came early and it threw my whole schedule off, and I never got a chance to show you how, because it looked really pretty. It really did. Everything was very nice. It's really late now. It's almost 10:30, and I'm just going to sit down and relax now. I didn't do much on my video because I was busy preparing all day, but it was well worth it. Always like spending time with friends. So I'll see you guys in the morning.